The Challenger space shuttle disaster is one of a very well-known issue that historical event that happened quite a few years back, and it was a really big deal because a teacher and other astronauts were blown up because due to a miscommunication about the O-ring on a spaceship. And just diving into this a little bit deeper, there are like a lot of things that could have been done differently, and Roger Boyce Jolly was the one that was in charge of making sure that the O-rings were the right size and everything like that. But I just like going through the research and really looking at things. I think the first mistake that was made is assuming that the O-ring that was measured incorrectly was secondary and not important as the other O-ring. When conducting anything like any flight or transportation, every piece of aspect that goes on the flight needs to be looked at with like very seriously and with the most paying very close attention. And I think moving forward, when something this important as a spaceship taking off, especially when the lives are in the hands of this, is NASA, that is something that needed to be double checked, triple checked, and make sure everyone's on the same board. And I mean, now things are different with technology. That probably is a problem that isn't going to arise in the future, but making sure that no matter at all costs, if things have to be delayed or something, that everything is looked at with the most with the care that it needs to have. And even if employees are overworked or don't have the time to get things done, that they need to be closely paying attention to all these things and understand that lives are in their hands and that they're responsible. And there is a lot of really important things that happen at NASA, so understanding how important their job is a really big thing. Roger obviously could have double checked this and spent a lot more time making sure everything fit right and really diving deep into the process and making sure that everything worked well. And it's really sad because everyone makes mistakes at their jobs, and I honestly feel like he was set up for failure in this situation, and he obviously has a family, and after that it would be really hard to find a job. I think at that point that's not necessarily something that I feel like you have to get fired for, but I feel like that's something that you need to dive deep in and really understand what happened, what more than what Roger did. Why did NASA allow him the opportunity to make a decision like that? I feel like the responsibility lays more on NASA than it does Roger. And just like moving forward, as like tying back in all my other points, is moving forward with students understanding, I think what you're doing is so important, making sure that you're using whatever technology and doing the math correctly and making sure that you can double check, triple check. All of this is so incredibly important. And I think having that mindset moving forward and teaching that to students in schools, especially if they want to work at NASA or whenever they get the job, really showing them that, I think that is how that is how you will go about making sure that things like this don't happen in the future. Thank you.